Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com. Daniel let me put him down in his swing. As you probably know, he's usually in a wrap on me, so if you hear a weird sound, that's why. Today I want to share with you another edition of Cook With Me, Mom of Six, to hopefully inspire you for some dinner or lunch ideas for you and your family. This is a series where I basically just take you through what we ate in a week, a meal from each day. I started by doing some prep work at the beginning of the week. First, I made some bone broth in my Instant Pot, which I basically just took some bones that I had from a half of a cow that we ordered, added them to the Instant Pot with filtered water and let it sit with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and then ran it through on the soup function. I got some beef just going in my 9x13 pan to start defrosting. Then I got some sourdough tortilla dough going in my mixer so that we could do fajitas. So day one, we had steak fajitas. First, the boys and I rolled out some dough and made some tortillas. They really love playing with dough. Now, of course, we didn't end up with the most beautiful tortillas at all for this, but it did work. For the fajitas, I cut up peppers and onions and some of the steaks that I'd thawed in my 9x13 pan. Added some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and just had that with tortillas and sliced avocados, shredded cheese, salsa, and of course, sauerkraut. Day two, we had roasted chicken, sweet potatoes, and mashed cauliflower. This is one of my favorite meals because it is just so easy. And of course, I served it with a side of sauerkraut. Now I just started by roasting my chicken in the oven. I like to give it a little bit of a rinse, add some coconut oil, salt, pepper, herbs, and then just bake it. I have all of these recipes that I'm sharing here on my YouTube channel. I will link it in the description below. Now, normally I just throw whole sweet potatoes in the oven because it's the easiest. Every once in a while, I spend a little bit of extra time and make sweet potato fries. They're a lot tastier, but definitely more effort because you have to peel them and place them all individually on a baking sheet, but they are really good. Next, I cut up a cauliflower and boiled it in some water, kind of like you would with mashed potatoes. Added butter, salt, and pepper, and it tastes a lot like mashed potatoes. At least the consistency is pretty similar, so the kids don't notice, and it's just something a little different than regular potatoes, especially in a meal like this that already has a potato component. Day 3, we had spaghetti squash. This is something I utilize a lot. Just cut a spaghetti squash in half and roast it. And then of course it comes out just looking like spaghetti. Another way to get the kids to eat veggies when they think they're eating spaghetti. For my meat, I made double meat this day so that I could have it for another meal. I did 2 pounds of deer and 2 pounds of ground beef. That way you don't notice the taste of the deer as much. Not that it's bad, it's not, but it definitely has a little bit of different taste, and so I like to mix it in with some beef. Now, we did not use all of this beef on this day. I know I'm gonna get that question. This is for a lot of people, and it is for multiple meals. Now, I like to add a ton of garlic. I'm obsessed with garlic, and it just flavors everything so nicely. I instantly removed half of it and put it in the refrigerator for cheeseburger soup later in the week. And then I just tossed it with some of my organic pasta sauce from Aldi. Super easy meal, lots of veggies, had some salt, and the kids love it. Day 4 was pot roast, carrots, and potatoes. So first I cut up some carrots, onions, and potatoes and browned the veggies, all but the potatoes, on the saute function. I cooked the potatoes in my pot and added some roasted garlic. I love roasted garlic mashed potatoes. And then cooked my roast in the Instant Pot on high pressure for an hour. Day 5, we did sourdough pizza with this amazing chili sauce that we recently found out about. Oh my goodness, it is the best. It's from a lady in Missouri who is called the Date Lady. I'll link it in the description box below because I also found it on Amazon, but I originally found it in a small shop here where we live. But it is the best stuff, and it's sweetened with dates only. So as you can see, my husband started by chopping up mushrooms, onions, and peppers. We did make the kids version without as many veggies. They like just kind of pizza crust, sauce, and cheese is their favorite. And then we really dolled ours up with some onions and peppers and mushrooms and jalapenos. Now I did do my sourdough crust, which basically just involves getting a pizza stone really, really hot and then adding sourdough starter, olive oil, salt, pepper, herbs. It's seriously that easy, and it makes a delicious pizza crust that really takes no time at all to make, no rising, so simple. You can also do it with a cast iron skillet, which I do both because we need to make 2 pizzas for our family. Next, I added my secret ingredient. It's a little bit spicy, so I just added it to me and Luke's pizza, and we just did cheese and all the veggies. course some jalapenos, one of our favorite toppings. Also did some cubed ham, more chili sauce, of course. I guess for the kids, I did add some veggies. I forgot that I did that. But a lot of times I will do that underneath the sauce and the cheese and nobody notices at all. Not that they'd care too much, but they definitely prefer it more plain. Day 6, we had quinoa with chicken and coconut aminos. I had some leftover quinoa I needed to use up, leftover chicken, a whole bunch of veggies. I love meals like this because you can throw all the leftovers together in a cast iron skillet with some fresh veggies and then add a sauce like coconut aminos, which I absolutely love because it's an alternative to soy sauce. And you get something that everybody really likes and you're able to use up leftovers. I also love to add some fried eggs to a dish like this. Day 7, we used that meat to make some cheeseburger soup. This is my kids' favorite soup. I put celery, carrots, potatoes, onions, garlic, all in a large stock pot. I simmer it with some homemade beef broth, add in browned meat, whether it's venison or beef. Both work great. Turkey burger would work too. And then I add shredded cheese and sour cream, and it is so tasty and comforting. Of course, lots of salt and pepper to taste. I do have a recipe if you want exact measurements on my blog as well. guys said in my last video that I did like this that you liked these, so I'm gonna continue to do them fairly often. Now my sister Laura from Our Oily House, she launched this year in January a 30 days of healthy eating guide. It's a little PDF that you can print off. I had mine printed at Office Max, but if you are brand new to cooking from scratch, she has some really good ideas in here. It's kind of designed for if you're doing like a whole 30. She has breakfast, lunch, and dinner for each day and grocery shopping guides. I didn't want to let the opportunity pass by to tell you guys all about that. I meant to in my last video like this, but I completely forgot. So the link for this will be down in the description box if you're brand new to healthy eating and you want a little guide. This one is really cool. She did a great job with it and spent tons of time on it. All right, well, if you are brand new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. I would love if you hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.